Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy, Abezy. We are back with a video, guys, and Simp has been dominating the Call of Duty scene for a while now. But the question is, what makes Simp so good? Why is he better than you, me, or even some of the best players in the world? What separates him from the rest of the competition? And I thought this was really interesting. So they were playing in a tournament yesterday. It was Simp, RCD, Scump, and Dashy, a little OpTic Faze mashup there. And they ended up playing against a team that came in second place in Challengers Champs last year. And of course that means that they are definitely a very good team. They would destroy you or me in any given situation, those guys. Gunskill, Rise Up, Pure, and Nightmare, they were CoD Gaming last year, finishing second at Challengers Champs. And they're a really good group of four. They're definitely talented players. But in this match, Simp just fried them. And it definitely showed the massive skill gap between the best players in the CDL and the best Challengers players out there. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that Simp does very well today as we go through this gameplay. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's go. So they were playing hardpoint on Crossfire. Obviously still a bit iffy if it's going to be a competitive map. Probably not, because it's a little bit too small, but you never know with Black Ops Cold War. But in this first clip, the amount of information that Simp takes in at once really does stick out with the callouts, the mini map, the positioning, and more. He makes some important plays here because of the amount of information he's able to process at once. So you're gonna be able to see him trading out a kill from Dashy, playing off of Scump, playing with the callouts, and finding the kills. So let's check it out. Of course, we'll talk more about it after the clip. Let's get into it.
Oh, one's in a control point. One shot.
Yeah, I'll bait out for you. Dead. I'm wanting.
Stunned.
Mid. I got you.
There you go. The movement, the reaction times, and the information is all there for Simp to make a big time play right off the start of the game to secure them some time. I love how he plays for that Dashy trade. Then he probably spotted the guy out behind the boxes laying down. Then Scump called him out again. So he had the information that the player's behind the heady. He goes out to challenge it because not only does he know that the guy is weak because of Scump's call out, but also because Scump is there in case he loses the gunfight. Scump can come through and clean up the kill. So it's a pretty safe challenge for Simp to make. But either way, he ends up finding the kill, the two-piece, and securing that time for him off the rip. Huge time plays from Simp, and just overall fantastic stuff from Simp with the amount of information he's able to process there. Absolutely crazy. And it definitely takes time to develop those instincts and the ability to hear that, check out the team's positioning, react immediately after it happening. Those types of like responses from seeing it to thinking about it to acting on it is not easy, and Simp makes it look flawless with the movement and the kills coming through there. Really good stuff. So there's a handful of things here in the second clip that really stick out. I think the first thing you need to pay attention to is how he reacts to the minimap. Keep your eye on the minimap and how he plays towards those red dots that pop up. Then of course, secondly, be able to hear RCs making some call outs about this parallel spawns, and then how Simp reacts to those call outs to create map control with RCs, giving them a lot of time on this hill. Let's check that out, and we'll talk more about it afterwards, of course. So let's get into it.
One's in our door, one's going.
You jumped on mid?
I'm gonna spawn out. One's going.
You're mid, then?
Yeah, I spawned out. They're B Street.
Street, then? That's 4.
B Street, all dead, all B Street. I'm gonna sit back here. They're spawning in parallel with me.
I got a trophy anyways.
I'm playing my life up here.
Yeah, I'm just staying up top.
They're looking for me. One's looking for me.
Yo, it's map, guys.
The map, then?
You guys far right, dead.
I'm helping you.
Yo, oh, back left. Oh!
So there you go. Simp is like a homing missile on those red dots on the minimap. Finds one, turns, kills, jumps out the window, kills another one, and then you hear RCD say, yo, they're spawning parallel, which then Simp is able to push up across bridge and then literally just spawn trap them in that back corner, basically, allowing them to gain a lot of time. While, again, smart plays from Scump and Dashy to lay back to make sure that they don't flip these spawns. And Simp's awareness based off of his teammates' positioning and his ability to move into the right position there is an X factor for his team. Another reason why it's so hard to play against Simp, and another quality of Simp's that makes him so good on the map. So moving on to clip 3, another thing you see here is how he's picking up these lanes, these lines of sight that his teammates don't currently have covered. And then he communicates that very well, and then goes on to help his teammates in trading kills, playing for the hill. And then this clip, again, you're gonna see a difference between AMs and pros here in these gunfights. So watch how he's picking up these lines of sight, waiting for his teammates to get in position, and then pay attention to that gunfight at the end, which we'll definitely talk about here in a second. Let's check it out.
Here's a trophy close.
Back right.
Shots up.
I'm on shot. I can bait it for you, Chris.
On time, guys.
Guys, trophy back left.
I'm top cat. Top cat, then?
Carry
Need a back door. I don't have cat anymore. Hold it if you can.
I got it.
Back.
Back right.
Back right.
Help me,
I have your back.
I got this up.
Alright, bet. I'm leaving you. Yeah, I got you. I got your front.
One more cat, one more cat.
Going right, he's going right. He's going right.
One more back door, back door.
Right. Dead. I'm just saying, not bad. Like a one shot.
You're good. How much that too?
We're still spawning right
He's
here.
split on me. Fuck, I didn't hit him. He's back door.
I got naded.
Catwalk's open, catwalk's open.
I have your
Watch
right.
out. Doesn't see weak in hill. There's 2 in hill, 2 in hill. Another one challenging. Oh my god, one ego on that guy.
So there you go. At the beginning of the clip, you see how he watches that doorway, which is like the cat call out, catwalk call out, which RCDs then picks up, and Simp makes sure that he knows that's the case. So that's fantastic stuff. That's helping your teammates, making your teammates better, giving your team a good idea of what's being watched, what's not being watched, communicating that, and setting up the best position to have all lanes covered while defending a hill. So you're pinning these guys at the back of the map, and Simp is backing up to go then help Dashy on that right side, where he finds that trade for Dashy, which is really, really good. And then he heads in and plays his life for a second, waiting for Arcides to pinch in on the hill. So then you see that Pierre, who kills Arcides, you know, tries to re-chow Simp on that right side, which makes no sense. Like, that's just not a good challenge. Again, it's early in the year. I'm sure they're just trying some new things. But at the end of the day, that's an easy kill for Simp. Pierre could have just waited that out. His teammates were only a few seconds away because they're spawning at the back of the map. So Pierre could try to play his life there, dance around with Simp a little bit, and wait for that trade to come through a little bit faster. But he does challenge it, and then maybe like 3 or 4 seconds later, Simp gets traded out. But that time difference gave time for the Huntsmen to push forward and challenge that hill again. So overall, Simp just plays that perfectly, getting the kills, helping the trades, finding those lines of sight. So he's helping all 3 of his teammates at different moments in that clip. Things you absolutely love to see. So heading into this next clip again, Simp is known for his cracked out gameplay, how he plays so fast, but the patience inside of certain moments is what enables him to play so cracked and challenge some things. So you're gonna see here how he's gonna be playing on that right side, shoulder peeking, and then waits for the perfect time, the right opportunity to challenge him on the right side. Let's check it out.
I'm holding middle right now.
One's deep right, one's deep right. I can't challenge him. I'm just shouldering. He's still deep right.
Yeah, cat.
I got you, I got no.
Yeah, they can't cross cat.
That's fine, good.
Deep right.
I got the
Dead.
Nice, 3.
I can get catwalk.
Let's go. Ult time. I have time. Just stay down.
Yeah, I have
You have all left or no?
Catwalk that, yeah.
Alright, I'm staying down, Brendan.
I have your record, sir.
Seth, I'm helping your child.
Hey, catwalk.
Yeah, I'm just.
You got me
I'm just
catwalk,
sitting
got me
here.
catwalk.
Got it back
I'm
up.
watching the
I gave
cross.
it to you right.
You can't cross, go ahead.
So there's a handful of things to go over there. So again, like I said, I love how he challenges, he's baiting him out, forcing him to shoot some bullets, giving an idea of where they're at. That gives the team information. And then you see the setup there and the patience from Simp. So what he does is he actually waits till Arcides kills Pierre, who pushed up on the tank. That enables Simp to be able to challenge that right side. And because he's Simp and because he knew where he was and because he had the advantage in that gunfight, he goes after it. He challenges it and he attacks, finds the kill on that right side. And then I love the setup to get that kill in mid on Gunskill. So what happens is that Dashy actually calls out like, yo, I've got your push. So Simp is able to watch the middle of the map without having to worry about his backside because Dashy's got it. In that same time, Simp is calling out like, yo, Scump, I've got your push. So Simp is watching Scump's push. Dashy is watching Simp's push. And that enables them to find the kill on the inside, hold a lot of time on this hill, and really give themselves an advantage. And so all of those things combined is what makes Pro Team so good, and specifically Simp really works on communicating those things and making sure those lines of sight are covered, and is so aware of all of this at the exact same time while still shooting insanely straight. Awesome clip from Simp and the boys. So in this next clip, it's just another example of how Simp can slay out. His natural instincts of where pressure is coming from, like a quarterback in the pocket waiting for that blitz, like it really is the same thing, the same instincts. Let's just pay attention to it first and how he communicates with his teammates there, because he's the only player left on this side of the map, so he knows the pressure is coming. So let's check it out.
Okay, nice try. Yeah, we flip. Just stay back here, Brandon.
Yeah, I'll kill this guy in a sec.
I did not flip. I did not flip.
Okay, I'm staying back here. I'm just staying back here.
Bro.
I'm hitting
Push you, Brandon.
Jesus, bro. One shot. Gun,
Mid map, mid map. He's stuck map, pretty much. He went to hill, went to hill. Oh, he spawned old, We should hit across.
Put out mid,
Yeah, in the back. They're spawning on me.
Yeah, there's 20 right, there's 20 right.
Deep on me, Chris. Deep on me, Seth. Nice, another on me in the back.
Dead.
Come.
Dead.
Nice.
Good help.
Last second time.
We spawned back. We got back spawn.
I have a trophy on hill.
I got killed from cat.
Dead.
Good shit.
I need help left. I need help left.
I'm flooding time.
Stun one mid.
I mean, this is where Simp is frying. It's nuts. At the same time, again, you see him slaying out in the back of the map. Like I said, he was the only player on his team left back there, so he knows there's going to be pressure. As Carnage would like to clean out these spawns, but Simp just says no. And of course, there's that really bad spawn at the back where he finds that easy kill. I don't know what happened there. That kind of goes to the size of the map and it not being ideal for competitive. But at the end of the day, Scump's like the quarterback in the pocket, finding those blitzes, finding the pressure, getting those kills, and then he pushes in. And again, his natural instincts reacting to the minimap were elite there. He sees that Arcees gets killed by Ryza up on top Cat, and immediately that reaction comes in. Simp turns, pre-fires, gets to kill top Cat, just beams Ryza, man. And that natural ability to point and shoot exactly where that red dot was on the mini map, he turns, bang. His spatial awareness and how he's able to correlate that red dot on the map to a point on the screen where he's aiming is top notch. It's about as good as it gets, and that exactly right there showed it off. That's really hard to do. A lot of time and practice goes into it. Let's head into our final clip. So this last one again is just about spawn knowledge, manipulating the spawns, and working together as a team with the positioning of his teammates. So basically what you're gonna see is Simp's ability to understand when a push would actually flip the spawns. And that's what happens right here. It's a pretty straightforward clip, but let's check it out.
Knitting over. There's really, dude, anytime we get right here is big. I have Cat.
I'm dead.
Cat dead, Cat dead.
Yep.
I pushed out a street.
Back left, back left.
I'm in new. I'm trying to push it out spawns. I think we flipped.
Be honest, be nice.
We flipped. Yo, pick up, I'm picking up Cat, Left street's open.
Someone to serve
Back right.
I have your
Cat, dead.
So there you go. He understands that, okay, wait, if I push this right side of the map, the rest of my teammates are near hill. If I can maybe find a kill at the back or just maybe push out, it might flip them and we'll have the spawns for new at the end of the game, basically securing us this map. And that's exactly what happens. He pushes that right side, no one's there, flips him out, his teammate spawns on him, and voila, they have the good spawns and the spawns for new. They're in good shape, they're rocking and rolling, and they win the map. So overall, you can see Simp's influence on the map. He makes a lot of important plays all throughout the game. Gunfights, positioning, communication, trading, and baiting. He does everything at an elite level, which is why he's a lot better than you and me. He's even significantly better than the best AMs out there like these guys, and why he is probably the best player in the world in Call of Duty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we have a lot of videos on the channel about these things, so I highly recommend go checking them out. We just did a video about Scump yesterday, and we're gonna be doing a lot more learn from the pros videos and things like this moving forward. And we already have a lot of tips videos on the channel as well, so I highly recommend go checking them out. But as always, guys, I'm your boy Salvation Elite, and we will see you next time. I'm out.